What's up everyone? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the Twosun TS138. But before I do that, I want to thank you all for being here, and please click the like button. That helps with the algorithm. Also subscribe if you're new. I know I can see from the analytics most of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so hit that button and hang around. Got some really cool stuff coming up, and this is one of the cool ones right here, in my opinion. This is another one of the knives that are in on loan to me from Craig, or Saigon Kick 2018 on Instagram. Give him a follow on Instagram. He's got lots of killer knives, man. Killer knives, grail knives for most of us, and yeah, really cool stuff. So this is the TS138. This is a Wong design, and I love this knife. I think I'm going to buy this one. He's selling a lot of these knives that he sent in to me, so I think this would probably be the first one I would purchase, honestly. The ergos on this knife are so good, so good. It's a small knife. Blade length on it is 2.28 inches, and overall length is just under 7 inches. And it's a chunky boy. It's a short knife, but it's chunky, but it makes it feel so good in hand. It is so comfortable. I do want to check the weight on it real quick. I never trust the website weights. They're always wrong. Like 90% of the time they're off. So, all right. So 4.8, 4.9 ounces, almost 5 ounces for this small knife, which sounds heavy, but it really isn't heavy. I mean, compared to something like a bug out, you may think it's heavy, but it's not heavy at all. It's very comfortable. It's also got fantastic action. The detent on this thing is so good. There is no movement whatsoever, no detent lash at all. And listen to this detent. And watch it suck it in. Watch this. Boom. Yeah, it grabs it and just jerks it in. The one thing about it that it's not a bad thing, it's not, I think they could do better with it. It has a detent ramp, right? So when you try to break that detent on the close, it wants to come back, which all detent ramps will do that. But it's kind of late. Look at where it's starting at. So you got to, really get past that for the blade to drop. But once you get past that, the blade drops. With this being a shorter knife and a smaller knife, it's very easy just to, knock it over and pass that ramp. So it's not a big deal. If it was a bigger knife, that's when it gets trickier, because you can't reach to push the blade over. But with it being a shorter knife, it's not an issue at all. The ergos, man, the ergos are so good on this knife, especially with that forward finger choil. When you choke up right there, it is perfect. That is the money spot. And with that Wharncliffe blade, so good. Such a good knife. The pocket clip, really flat. You don't even feel it in your hand. You feel a little bit here, but it's not hot. You just feel it. It's not a hot spot. You know it's there. But when you get up here, it vanishes. You don't even feel the pocket clip anymore. You don't even notice it's there. The pocket clip was something I was concerned with this knife, honestly, too. Because look at the way, see how it goes in? And they got this cutout right here for the lock bar, and they milled out this area. I was like, man, I guarantee that pocket clip's going to suck. It's going to be bad. It's not bad, surprisingly. Occasionally on my jeans, I can feel it catch right here, but it's not a catch to where, it won't go in. You just feel it snag every now and then, but it doesn't do it every time. It's just occasionally. So it does hold well. It's snug, the clip does. So, yeah, for what you're looking at, it works surprisingly well. It looks like it would be terrible, but it works pretty good. It actually kind of shocked me. What else we want to talk about here? Well, let's talk about these thumb studs. These thumb studs are huge, right? They're gigantic for this little knife, but they are great. I mean, as I feel it under the camera, keep in mind, can't see what I'm doing. They are great for the thumb flick or the reverse flick. You just get your finger right there and just under the camera. Let me get out from under the camera. Trying to do this upside down makes it much more difficult. But trust me, thumb studs are great. The flipper's great too. Flipper tab. Honestly, if I do buy this knife, I think this may be my first flipper chop. Look how small it is. Super easy to get rid of that. I just got to be very careful and get it right below that smallest jump right there, the last small jump right there. Cut it right there in that little jump right there. That would make it flush, but the stop pin would still get caught. So very, very simple to remove this one. It's so small. It works great, but it's not something I would probably use. And honestly, I may even remove these thumb studs. These thumb studs are T10s actually, T10s. I checked it because I was like, man, it looks big, but they're T10s. It may change the appearance a little bit because you've already got a hole there, and the hole works great. You can, for the reverse flick, you can get in the hole really easily. You can get all in that hole, no problem whatsoever. But I haven't taken these off because this isn't my knife yet. If it becomes my knife, I will. And yeah, it's you're gonna have a hole through the blade there. Now I could cut off a flipper tab, but I don't have the ability to cut this out and make this hole bigger and just extend it on out. I think that would look good. Just take that hole all the way out and bring it all the way back. That would be something I would probably have to have someone else do that has a little more metal working experience. If this was wood, I could make this thing look like whatever I wanted it to. But metal, I mean, I can drill a hole, I can cut off a straight line, but that's about the extent of my metal knowledge. So, plus when you're talking about heat treats and everything, you know, you don't want to, you know, get the metal too hot. Yeah, just not really something I would be comfortable doing. But I don't. If I buy this knife, I'm going to use this knife. This knife is a user, 100% for sure. I know it's titanium. It is D2, but let's be honest. Twosun's D2, it's not bad. Okay, I've got several of their knives in D2. It's not bad. It's not having any issues whatsoever with me. It takes an edge very well. It holds an edge for a long time, and it's, as long as you put some oil on it from time to time, wipe the blade down, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. You know, to just take care of your knives, and they'll take care of you, right? So, I wish it wasn't D2, and there is a version of this in M390. White Mountain Knives sells these. Currently they are completely out of stock. They don't have any. But this version here with the D2 that's full titanium frame lock is $80, which is crazy. You look at that Kubi I looked at yesterday and did a video for, G10, it was 14C28N, but G10, not very, you know, not super nice, not too thick slabs of titanium. It was $80. So this is a no-brainer. Got all this milling here, which feels really good in hand, makes it a little more grippy right where you grab at. It's where you feel that milling, so it makes it more grippy. But then there's other versions of this also. There's a carbon fiber version, and it's more expensive. It's actually but it's an M390 blade also, so you can get it in the carbon fiber and M390 for $105. And then there's a micarta version in D2. It's only $62. And then there is this version in M390 that is $135. Sadly, all of these are currently out of stock. I will link White Mountain Knives below where you can see them, and you can just click on them, click on notify me, and put your email address in there and get notified when they come in stock, so you can pick one up. They do have on Amazon, they're selling the micarta version of this. It's coming from China, so you're going to wait a month or more. But they're asking $95 for the micarta version. And on White Mountain Knives, it's $62. That's before you use your 10% discount from whatever YouTuber it is that you use it from. So, you know, you're basically getting this knife for about $55 if you get the micarta version, or about $72 if you get this version, which is ridiculously good. It's a crazy good deal, man. And this, I haven't done a lot of cutting with it. I did cut a little cardboard, and I used the warranty tip here to cut some shipping labels for Miss Lord Needham, who won my contest. So I cut his shipping label out, and also a couple other shipping labels from other stuff I've got to ship. So yeah, it's great. This is a great little knife. Let me give you some size comparisons real quick. We will pull out the AD 20.5. So AD 20.5 is a little longer, but you know, pretty similar knives there. I'll just pull this out. I know everybody doesn't have one, but just for some knife porn. The Nimble X, quite a bit smaller than the Nimble X. All right, what else we got here? I've got so many knives swimming in knives up to my freaking eyeballs. Here's the pair of 3. I always pull out. Pair of 3's a little bit longer. Not much though. Those are pretty close. Here's the Yojimbo 2, which is quite a bit longer. Great comparison in blades though. Yeah, this blade shape, I love this thing. It's fire. This thing's straight fire. And we will bring out a penguin. Most everybody has one variation or another of a penguin. If you don't, you should. Fantastic knife. So yeah, it's not a big knife, but it's chunky. It's thick. I mean, those are some thick slabs of titanium there. There is a lot of milling to reduce some of the weight, but you know, I don't think I would want it lightweight, any lighter weight. It just feels so good in hand. And you can get, this is so good. I don't know I'm just, yeah, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with the ergos on this knife. And I'm a person that has problems with ergos, right? Because of my knuckles and arthritis. This one is right up my alley. It's super good. That's something I'm learning from borrowing these knives, is that, you know, I've always gravitated towards thinner, smaller knives. You know, just, I don't want to carry anything too heavy, or, you know, I just don't want anything too cumbersome. But after getting some of these thicker knives, like this knife or the Swabs, I am realizing I think I'm a big knife person. A thick knife anyway. It doesn't have to be big, because this isn't a long knife. It's just a little chunkier. I think that chunkier is going to be better for me. So, and this one, right up my alley for sure. So, yeah, that's gonna do it. What else? Did I forget anything? I don't think I forgot anything. I'll link this knife below to White Mountain Knives, where you can see all 4 versions. Like I said, unfortunately, they are all out of stock right now. But yeah, this is one worth getting on the wait list for, and getting one when they come in stock. Especially if you want to upgrade the steel too and go to the M390, which I said it's $135 for this knife with M390. Which, man, it's a steal, man. It really is. It is a steal. And you'll get 10% off that with your code. So can't go wrong with this one, guys. Alright, guys. I got a lot of cool videos coming from all these cool knives that I currently have in my possession. And I'm like a kid in a candy store. So stay tuned. And I'll see you guys on the next one.